Might suggest that being part of the royal family is a dog's life. Well, yes, you never know, do you? But of course, some could also suggest that it might be very helpful in business. Now, of course, the younger brother of the Princess of Wales, Princess Catherine, James Middleton, has decided once again to go back into business. This time, though, with all guns blazing. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now, listen, James Middleton, let's be honest, dashing, good-looking bloke, right? And more importantly, a lovely animal lover. You can see that he simply adores all animals, and in particular, of course, his late lamented dog, Ella. They were, as he said, his rock during a very difficult time, as were many animals for people during the pandemic, and particularly those that were suffering from loss and loneliness and things like that. I've often said here on the show before, animals are a great comfort, aren't they? I love the fact that cats, I don't know if you feel the same way, but cats come in, you feed them, and then they turn around and walk off, don't they? As if like, well, all right, is that all you're dishing up? You know what I mean? But they are companionship. They do wander around, and you feel there's someone else in the room with you. James has spoken openly about his battle with mental health, and now his life is definitely back on track, married with a beautiful family. But more importantly, back in business, because he's launched his brand new dog range. Naturally, it's all this sort of organic, eco-friendly stuff, I'm not here to question that. I remember when cats and dogs just got your scraps. Do you remember? Bits and pieces that you'd left on your plate, if there were any, and they were grateful. But we live in a different age, and this particular branding of dog and cat food is now very big business. So much so that James has organised the launch of a brand new range, as I say, called James and Ella, named after his late and much missed and much loved dog. Now, what's interesting here is that it's gone into a very high-end supermarket over here, Waitrose, the one that hasn't done particularly well at the box office tour receipts, shall we say, under the tutelage of Dame Sharon White. We told you about that earlier this year. But let's not also forget that this was the brand, the supermarket, that launched, which now doesn't necessarily fully belong, to the Duchy of Cornwall when he was Prince Charles, of course, King Charles now, his own range of biscuits and crackers and all sorts of finery. And that did incredibly well. James has spoken out about this and will be sort of hands-on in the marketing, doing lots of things on social media. Yes, he's had one or two businesses. Yes, they haven't gone particularly well and creditors have been left high and dry. But nonetheless, this is the big game of business. People who invest know they stand to lose their money. It's a little bit unkind to blame it all on him because, of course, he has advisors and boards and people like that who say this is a good move. Let's just hope for James that it doesn't become a dog's life this time around. And of course, for those people that really wish to treat their dog to some of the finest, organic, freshest food, this is James's word, then of course you just need to zip down or go online to that particular supermarket. What I want to know, and I'm sure everybody else does, is will Fergie be treating the Queen's Corgis to this particular food? Or will she be having a whip round? You never know, do you? As ever, when I find out more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.